Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Hearts of Iron 4 Waking the Tiger, playing as the German Empire under the leadership of Kaiserin Victoria. France has capitulated, and that means we now can choose to attack either Italy or the Soviet Union. Now the thing about attacking the Soviet Union is, as of right now, they still have officers purged, which is giving them a whopping minus 15% division organization. And that's going to go away over the course of the next year, so if there's ever a time to attack them, this might be it. Because they're only going to get stronger from here. Italy, not quite as big of a deal, maybe someday, but if we can attack the Soviets and beat them first, that's probably for the best. So what I'm going to try to do, and this is a little bit risky, is we are going to try to set up a naval invasion. Now, I've experimented around right here to see how many troops I can get through. Turns out about 10 divisions is really the most I can expect to get through these straits right now, just because we have such terrible naval technology. Try going for more. Didn't work. So what we're going to have to do then is have our naval... Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and do search and destroy in the Baltic Sea for a bit and try to kill any submarines that might sink my convoys. But what we're going to end up doing is escorting these guys, and we're going to try to land right outside of Leningrad. Now, I'm going to have a couple of waves. First, some motorized. The motorized are going to arrive, and then we're going to try to quickly get a surround. As soon as we have the surround, I imagine the Russians are going to try to attack me pretty hard right here. And I'm going to have to be defending, and if I'm defending, I'm pinned and can't get Leningrad, which means I can't get any supplies, which means eventually we die. So the second wave is going to be more motorized and a light tank under Rommel. We'll try to do a naval invasion of Leningrad at the same time, and hopefully that means that we can get the port. Once we have the port and a supplies center, then we should be able to deploy an entire army over here. And hopefully that means with enough motorized and tanks, we will be able to sweep across Russia before they even know what happened. That's the goal! Will it work? We're gonna frickin' find out. Now, you might ask, why would you set up several different small groups of 3 rather than one big group? The reason being, it takes a lot less time to organize. Yeah, you need more generals and stuff, but this time it only takes 21 days instead of 42 if we had these two together. So, much faster to set up your naval invasions that way, even though they might be a little bit stronger if they had coordinated their efforts. Alright, looks like we found some of their submarines. We're trying to scare them off. That's great. I did deploy some Naval Bombers and stuff in the area, so if we do find them, maybe we can get a little bit of an extra edge. Let's see. We have some paratroopers. We'll sign here. We need resources. Now, by the way, one thing I did also switch up in between videos is I am now producing a few more destroyers and less battleships. And the reason I'm doing that is battleships do win the naval game if you have the overwhelming numbers. We only have, like, what, 8 battleships right now, which means we do not have overwhelming numbers. We want, like, 20, which means they are very vulnerable to torpedoes from massive submarine navies. Destroyers can help screen for that and also sink those submarines a little bit faster, hence why I'm going to mix a few of those in, at least until we have those overwhelming odds in our favor. What I'd also like to eventually do is start producing some carriers, which would give me a bit of an air superiority edge, which makes it even easier as well. The question of Yugoslavia. We now stand supreme in Europe. France was long the foundation of stability in southeastern Europe. Excuse me. But now the entire area is up for grabs. We can pull all the nations there in our orbit, with no one left to stop us, except for the Russians. It's time to tell Yugoslavians that they have to make a choice. Either they stand with us, or they will be swept away. Our patience is running thin, German pressure, or the tiger cares not for the opinions of mice. Interesting. Here's the thing, I know that if Italy attacks Yugoslavia, I can actually try to... If I befriended Yugoslavia and left the Allies, created my own faction, I'd be able to invite them in and get called in on a defensive war immediately. No, I don't think I like that. We're going to say our patience with them is running thin. I don't know how things are going to work out. Italy has not been very aggressive in this playthrough so far. So we'll see if that works or not. Please keep hunting down... There we go. Okay, we found some more submarines and we found some troops. And surprisingly... This is a pretty threadbare coastline right here. Your only main vulnerability against me, and you're defending it pretty much not at all. Fascinating. Are we actually sinking any submarines, or are they all getting away right now? Because I'm not a fan of that. If he has nothing defending Leningrad, this is going to make it a lot easier. I really hope that's going to be the case. Let's see. We only need 3 more days. 2, 3. Okay, hang on. Right now, we've engaged some of their submarines. Do I switch to convoy escort right now? Let's wait until this naval battle's done. Looks like if we found a few more submarines, but they're not going to be able to do much of anything. They're just retreating. Okay, so I'm going to take you, and we're going to say you're now a convoy escort group. You're going to make sure these guys get home safely or get to their destination safely. What's this? Another tank? All right, you go here. Okay. Okay, so the question now is, are we ready to land and kill? First wave, followed by second to take down Leningrad. Attacking from multiple directions. These guys can't be pinned, as long as we have convoy escorts. God, I hope so. All right, here goes nothing. Attack, attack, go. All right, 6 brave divisions on their way, and they're already being intercepted by the freaking subs. All right, can we defend this quickly enough? Possibly. It looks like I have some destroyers in position. Well, 3 of them got through, but not much. Do we need to send the other right now to be safe? I'm a little concerned. These freaking submarines, man. Can 3 handle this until we can take down the subs? If there's no one defending, then the answer has to be yes, right? Reichsautobahn. Done. Good. All right. We could go for the German war economy, which gets me 6 military factories. More oil and rubber production would be nice. We don't really need the forts in France yet. That's not important to me. Air innovations is okay. Naval effort's good. More dockyards plus some research bonuses, which is all right. The only problem with this is it will lead to the expand dockyard facilities, but it will not lead to Plan Z and the U-boat effort because we took the British naval dominance route. So this is limited as far as what it actually will get me, which I find a little bit upsetting. We are going to go for the German war economy. Let's see how well that works. We are going to quickly land these motorized, I hope. The rest should be being preserved by my fleet right now. Here they come. The rest have been intercepted. Oh, but there we go. Okay, so it actually looks like it managed to delay in just the right way. We're going to have all 6 land pretty much immediately. Here we go. Okay. Ah, no, pause. Jeez. 2 of you go here now. The rest of you start going for Leningrad. We are going to have to land here quickly. Here come the reinforcements. This is what concerns me. Win this fight. Surround them quickly, please, please, please. There we go. Okay, everyone attack Leningrad. You guys, on the other hand, need to defend because we have reinforcements on the way. Okay. Okay, more motorized coming on their way here now. Pax Americana. And our tank got caught out. Well, okay. I guess I'd rather have the 3 motorized get through if I had to do it that way. You guys just need to hold on. They're taking attrition. If we don't get Leningrad ASAP, we're not going to have enough supplies. I won't be able to deploy more of an army. That said, right now, 2 are currently kind of winning this. We just have to hold out here a bit longer. I think our fleet will be able to handle this. There we go. All right, more on the way. Encryption Tech is done. We can go for Decryption Tech next, I guess. Oh, I missed research, and I totally didn't even catch it. Let's go for the better landing craft, because you never know when naval invasions become more of a thing. These tanks we will assign to you. Okay. Here comes a tank division. These guys got caught out. Of course they did. The biggest concern here is that if these guys don't win, we'll get pinned, and we can't do anything. If that happens, well, we're in a lot of trouble. Now, the good news is we do have attacking from multiple directions. More people are trying to land, which means we should be taking these guys down pretty well. This guy's organization is non-existent. That leaves only 1 left. You guys just need to hold on a bit longer. Just a little longer. And somehow my tank freaking died. Where the heck did my tank go? Rommel? Wait, no. Wait, you landed here? You weren't supposed to do that. Why do you land here instead? I don't know. And now we have the gosh dang subs messing with me again. Get out of here, you little jerks. Okay, 98%. Come on. They're trying to get pinned here, but all we have to do is win, and these guys can land, and we have the port. Come on. Naval fleet. Hold them back. Hold them back. There we go. The fall of Leningrad. Birthplace of the Russian Revolution has fallen to the advancing German forces. Sporadic fighting can be still heard from some suburbs, but a strange calm appears to have settled over the rest of the ruined city. Okay, now we have supplies, which means we might actually be able to do this. You guys are going to abandon your garrison, because this is no longer of concern to me, and instead you're going to create a front line right over here, and we are going to set up an offensive line to, let's say, Moscow. Big concave right here. The rest of you, I'm going to go ahead and put under the control of Rommel, since he is the most experienced general at this point. And you are going to have an offensive line to basically just kind of work around this away. We'll see how well that works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But at least we have a lot of really fast-moving troops. Now we just need to hold on, get our supplies in. And by the way, we have an airport, which means we should be able to get some air superiority. So let's fix that real quick. I think the British are already here with theirs, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and grab fighters. 300 of them. We're going to do air superiority and interception, and then we're going to take pretty much all of my close air support and try to help here. And hopefully that makes things a little bit easier. All right, they have an organization penalty. Can we make this work? What am I missing right now? Again with the freaking tanks. I'd like to actually start producing some naval bombers, believe it or not. And the reason I want to do that is because when I inevitably do have to betray the United Kingdom, I'm not going to be able to beat them on the naval contest, but maybe I can beat them on the air front and just start bombing the crap out of their navy. So we're going to go ahead and get some naval bombers, start producing a whole bunch of those, and see what happens. We are still just lacking in tanks, though, right? That's pretty much it. So, tactical bombers, not a big deal. Motorized support equipment, we're actually a little low on. I'm going to go ahead and stockpile a little bit of extra support equipment, and you know what? We're going to finish upgrading the rest of our... Actually, we need a lot of light tanks for reinforcements. We're going to go ahead and do that next. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. This is working out pretty much exactly as I could have hoped for, and I'm thrilled about that. Don't get me wrong. It's just that we're not quite out of the woods yet, but at least with supplies, I think this is going to get a heck of a lot easier. All right, so the reinforcements are on the way. Rommel, if you find a good opportunity to push against him, by all means, do that. And where... Balanced manner? For now, balance is probably okay. He's really trying to cross that river and beat me down, but I don't think he's going to find that this is an easy thing to do. Let's try to spread out a little bit. Modern Blitzkrieg is finally done. Excellent. All right, so that finishes our land doctrine. We could switch over to other doctrines. Alternatively, we could start researching some ships that I might need. Naval doctrine wouldn't be so bad, but it is 1940, almost 1941. Could upgrade the paratroopers. You know what? I actually am going to go for the logistics company so we can start dealing with our supply issues preemptively. We're also about to finish out another plane. Let's go for an upgrade to the Naval Bombers, knowing that that is going to be a part of my strategy. And let's go ahead and change up our production of fighters. We have a fair bit of air experience, so I'm going to go ahead and take you, and I'm going to give you a lot of engine upgrades. Agility is just so good, greatly increases the odds of hitting other planes and avoiding being hit. I'm also going to increase your range and your reliability a couple of times, I think. I like really reliable planes, and I like the idea of them being able to reach further. All right, that's going to be our plane. Let's go ahead and start producing those instead. 442 upgrade, no big deal. As far as production, we need a little bit more oil. You know what? Meh. We have a lot of repair projects currently being done, and how are we looking as far as our resistance? In France, there's actually a fair bit going on right now. Are you garrisoning this area? No. Nope. I can't see the... Hang on. Oh, there's the map mode. Okay, that... Well, wait a minute. No, we already are garrisoning the right areas. It's just not enough. How many troops do you need? A lot, I'm guessing. All right, well, we have some resistance along the Maginot Line, but that's going to have to be fine, I guess. So if we get to Poland, can I start getting some new troops in position? Potentially. All right, we're spreading out a little bit, giving me a slightly wider front line, which I think is going to make things a teeny bit harder for him. We're going to grab some of these factories just to say, haha, sucks to be you. Here comes some more troops. We're really low on organization, but we should be able to hold this front line really with no issues whatsoever. Tanks, plus some motorized. I'd like you guys to kill him. That should be relatively easy. And we did manage to cross this river, so we have this nice concave going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys to go ahead and push and be a little bit more aggressive. I think we can win at least some of these early fights. The thing is, the Russians are going to just throw everything they've got over here, which is a little concerning. But oh well, what can you do, really? Do you want to go ahead and start fabricating claims against Italy? Depends on how quickly we think that we'll be able to win the war against Russia. Half a year? I'm going to go with no, and I don't want to risk the war goal expiring So no, we're not going to do that right now. There goes some more close air support. We'll go ahead and upgrade you as well. We can get a little bit more. I don't know if this really matters as much for close air support, whereas attack can be pretty good. Plus a bit of reliability. But we lose a bit of agility by doing that. Let's go ahead and get some engine upgrades after all. We'll just do that. And hopefully that makes things a little bit easier. All right, good. We'll go ahead and produce you instead. Thank you. New technology. We will go for... let's see. It is almost 1941. We could start working toward production efficiency and so on. We could actually just also start upgrading to get some more oil and rubber. Let's see. We're working on logistics already. As far as these weapons, we don't need anything in 1941, so that's not important. We could get an early upgrade to our medium tanks, but meh. Could upgrade our artillery a little early, which would not be so bad. Alternatively, new doctrines and stuff. Air support mission efficiency, for example, is quite good. I'm going to go ahead and start working down our air doctrine. Let's get a little bit more effective at that. The Russians are throwing everything they've got. And they have a lot, it turns out. Holy crap. That is really a lot. Okay, well, we're still managing to make some pushes. Can I upgrade the naval base for more supplies? Nope, not in Leningrad. We're already more or less maxed out there. So I'm not having any supply issues here as far as I can tell, which is good. We are making a few good counterattacks here against the Russians. I mean, he's throwing his manpower at me. Like, really hard. There's a good chance, I think, that he's going to just exhaust himself if we can just entrench and hold on for a bit. All right. Air innovations is not so bad. More technology and support doctrine. More air bases. I'm going to go ahead and grab the... I don't necessarily care about safeguarding the Baltic or the Finns is the thing. I might just end up conquering them. We're not sure yet. We haven't decided on this. Naval effort is okay. Air innovations is okay. Coal liquidization wouldn't be so bad, though. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. If you can get even further of a wider line to kind of make things a little easier, that'd be fine. Fate of Yugoslavia, after pressing them time and time again to declare for one side, the government of Prince Paul still clings to the idea that Yugoslavia can sit out this conflict on the sidelines. Now they must face the consequences of their cowardice. Declare war on Yugoslavia? How the heck am I supposed to get them? All right, I'm declaring war on Yugoslavia. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? I can't get military access. I can't actually invade them. And Yugoslavia just got called in on this on common turn. Of course. I should have thought of that. Ah, well. I'm honestly not that worried about it. That might just end up being more land for me to take later. Okay, we are still lacking in the tank department. More than anything. So, do we want to keep producing more tanks? I guess the answer probably is going to have to be yes. Go ahead and do some more light tanks, but I need a lot more freaking oil. There's not much else I can get from the UK, so we're not going to worry about them. We will, however, take their steel. Okay, looks like we're winning on every front right now. That's good. The more you waste your organization against me, the easier it's going to be for me to beat you later. Don't think we need to necessarily take this fight. Truth be told. Instead, if I did a counterattack... Well, if he wants to throw himself against me right here, that's fine too. Alright, go ahead and attack him right back. Nope, never mind. Alright. Alright. Hang on. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Red Army, what do you currently have? Nothing. Alright, you know what I need to do? Send a bunch more troops over to assist Rommel. I need 14 more divisions right here. Okay, and we'll assign... They're already all assigned here. Okay, hang on. Let's change the color to be green. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and have Rommel assigned to you. And you assigned... We actually haven't gotten any field marshal bonuses, I just realized. Okay. We could try making use of paratroopers, but against this many troops, I'm fairly confident they'd just be overwhelmed to all heck. Obviously, a bit of a problem. We are also really low on organization right here. We need more defensive troops. Italy then declares war on Yugoslavia. Does that mean that Italy is now going to go to war with the Soviet Union? Because that would be interesting. Huh. By the way, how did I get these ships? Where'd you come from? Hey, wait a minute. Where'd the Navy come from? Get up here. Okay. Convoy raiding means nothing. Search and destroy, patrol. Can we do any sort of, like, bombardments or something? We'll search and destroy and see if we can just keep killing all their little things, but I'm very concerned that you guys are being overly aggressive here, and I'm going to tell you all to stop and just entrench for a bit. Turkey has been called in as an ally. Wait a minute, did they just join my war? German, French, German, Soviet. These are separate wars? Oh, interesting. It totally is. How is this going to work in the peace deal? So now we have 2 wars where we're fighting the Soviet Union. I don't know how the peace deals are going to work on this. It's a little awkward. You guys go to here, I guess. Doesn't matter. We'll just keep another army on the backup. Modify governments. Do we want to get a chief of, let's see, military high command? Recovery rate is tempting, actually. I don't need logistics and stuff right now. Bomber interception, army logistics. Attrition's nice, but recovery rate would actually make it easier for me to hold this ground, which I do like. So I'm, in fact, going to do that. Let's go ahead and get some better recovery rate because that's where we're currently struggling. Bulgaria has been called in as an ally. Mongolia is, again, an enemy. Blah, 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 blah. Would you please stop attacking things that you can't win? Okay, hang on a second. We actually can start making a push right along here and try to get this river because right now there's nothing defending, which is hilarious. By the way, what the crap? They just pulled off. They just... Are you seriously that worried about... Oh, look at Romania go! Yes! No non-aggression pact. Are you insane? That's ridiculous. Yes! Okay, hang on. The Russians just pulled everything off. Go, go, go! Go, go, go! This is perfect. In fact, tell you what. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Go, go. Kill them all. Go. All right, we have unassigned divisions. What do we want to do with you? Tank? Go to here. Okay, this is hilarious. So, you guys, you know what I want to do? I want to go ahead and just prep for a naval invasion over, like, in Naples or something. But I'll settle for Palermo. Yeah. There's nothing in his, there's nothing in his path, but why can't you assign? There we go. No, what do you mean? 10 divisions. Okay, 10 is the best we can do at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to take these planes right here. Hi, guys. And you're going to go down over here. Hi. And you're going to go to here. And just provide me some intelligence. Easy mode. Okay, well, eventually we're going to kill the Italians. But right now, if they want to be useful to me, I'm not opposed. I'm not even opposed even slightly. We are taking a tiny bit of attrition. What do you mean the French Commune was called in? Oh, right. They do technically exist, so now they're fighting Italy as well. Well, that's fine. Non-aggression pact. Haha, no. No. That's not a thing. That's not a thing, honey. You're going to go over here and try to get some extra supplies by grabbing this town. Every one of these victory points does technically produce a little bit of supply, which we can use for our armies, which are currently taking a little bit of attrition in the harsh winters in January. Grab that. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to see our front line spread out a lot. I do need to be careful that our troops don't get too undisciplined, because then I'm not going to be able to keep a good, strong front line. But we'll see. No non-aggression pacts with you. Resistance, that's fine. Unassigned divisions. You're going to go with, let's say, you. I don't care. Doesn't actually matter at the moment. We are beating down the Russians thanks to the war with Romania. They are going to demand Eastern Poland. That's hilarious because I'm supposed to defend Poland. So if you dare to attack Poland, I mean, if you even slightly dare, I am going to call them in, defend them, and we'll just pull them in on the war, and then I really will have a front line to be reckoned with against you. So what you gonna do about it, buddy? You ain't gonna do nothing. Do we care about this guy, by the way? Do I just want to invite him to find out if he's any good? I do. I just want to find out if he's any good. Let's go ahead and invite him. I think I actually may have seen a comment about him, but I can't remember what the conclusion was. Whatever. We're going to grab Pskov over here. That should get me, again, some more supply. Okay, you guys are starting to spread out a little bit too much, so let's not be quite as aggressive. Be a bit more balanced in how you approach this. Thanking you. Okay, more supplies, which means now we are not taking any attrition at all. And we can start making our way toward Moscow, and I think we'll be able to win that pretty handily. Looks like Romania is making a good, successful push along the southern border for all the good that's going to do. We are capped out on army experience, which means I need to do some more template work. Of course it does. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this template. We're going to call this one the 40 width medium plus motorized. And we're going to go ahead and start prepping up another special one of my divisions. Now, I want to make sure that we have about 30 organization as we get to 40 combat width. That's actually way more organization than I think I need. 54, that's huge. But the stats, man, so good. And we're still really fast, too. So we actually can afford to get rid of at least a couple of these motorized infantry and replace them with even more medium tanks, amazingly. 48 organization's fine with me. Let's throw in a maintenance company and a field hospital and then save. Boom. All right, that's pretty good. Let's also go ahead and grab the infantry division. We are going to duplicate and create a new one. That'll be my 40 width infantry plus artillery divisions. We'll throw in an anti-tank company. And then we're going to have just basically nothing but more infantry. And this is going to be a mostly defensive army, I suspect. Throw in at least a couple more artillery. But yeah, it's mostly going to be infantry. And infantry are fairly good at entrenching and holding areas. 60 organization, 566 defense. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Now, if we threw in some armor, that would get interesting. What if I threw in a single medium tank? Armor 26.4. If they go up against divisions that do not have artillery, then they will win those fights. That's interesting. We're going to go for this. Save. Bit of a horrendous unit, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and give you a symbol so I recognize you, a symbol so we recognize you. And we haven't been training up any more troops, but now that we have manpower, I think that we do. So let's go ahead and start training up a few divisions of you and a few divisions of you, at least a couple of times. And we'll set you guys over here. And you guys over here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start training up some 40 combat width divisions, since we have the equipment and the manpower to make it work. Those are very strong. We've talked about that in the past, but the reason they're really good, look at this right now. These 3 divisions are 20 width. The problem with this is they can attack anything. These guys might be attacking them or them, and so on and so forth. The problem is, if they have high enough defense, it's really hard to get enough focused fire to overcome their defense, right? They have 260 here, for example. So the only way we're going to start doing damage to this division is if 2 or 3 of these guys all decide to attack the top one. Hard to make the stars align. Whereas 40 combat width, yes, they're much larger and more unwieldy, but at least you have 40 combat width focus firing. It's the same as making sure these 2 always fire at the same target. So it is pretty darn potent to use 40 combat width divisions. They don't work for every situation, and they definitely are not good for holding a defensive front line. But aside from that, it's really not so bad. And you know what I'm also going to go ahead and create is a 40 combat width motorized division, just so that we'll be able to go really fast if we want to. So let's throw in you. Just lots and lots of freaking motorized. All right, that's a ton. And we're going to also throw in probably the maintenance companies on these, and this will be my 40 combat width divisions. Wait. Oh, God. I just turned all of them into this. No. Duplicate. 20 width motorized. I am so sorry. I just freaking screwed myself. All of these guys are now fighting at half strength. Not what I meant to do. Okay, hang on. We can fix that. You. Actually, hang on. Let me just change something real quick. Motorized will be the knight. There we go. Okay. So we're going to take... wait. Yes, the knight. Okay. You. All of you are going to switch over to the 20 width motorized. There we go. Okay. So we're going to not quite screw ourselves in the same way we had before. I didn't want these guys all to start fighting at half strength and freak the heck out. I do want them to stay as motorized. On the plus side, I'm adding in the maintenance company, which I think will make things a little bit better. There we go. Okay, okay. That's manageable at the very least. So this is a good place to end this video. We are now pushing, I would say, fairly well against Russia, and we should be able to beat the crud out of them, especially since they are currently distracted down at the south. That splitting of their attention is the perfect key to beating down the Soviet Union, and since we have a lot of motorized and light tanks in our army, I'm thinking that we should be able to sweep across pretty rapidly and overwhelm their organization. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.